You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
Welcome to the Pace Radio Show. We are live here on the Pace Radio Network, and we got our guest on our screen instead of my co-host, Tamara Cartwright. Tamara, now you're on to the broadcast. I clicked on the wrong button somehow. I'm not quite sure. But hey, bloopers and everything. We're live, and we're coming to you from the Pace Radio Network. And welcome, Asia, to the Pace Radio Show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Just getting the last little bit of running around done before the cup, and then it's go time.
Yes, exactly. Yep. I know what you mean. Yes. Go ahead, Tamara.
I said it's always run, especially 2 days before a cup. You're like doing last minute bits. So I thought you were going to be out at the site. I thought you were heading out there the other day.
I'm actually supposed to be up at the grounds right now. I don't have my vehicle. The volunteers have borrowed it, so when they come back.
Oh, she froze. So in other words, your volunteers have got the vehicle, and now she's doomed. Well, she's frozen. So how are things going out your way? Oh, there we are.
Well, there she is. She's back. You're frozen there.
Yeah, I noticed that everything.
All we heard is your son had the car. Yes. So you're there without a vehicle.
But I'll be heading down there shortly. I've got everything packed up and ready to go for our live art performances. Actually, I should show you this while I've got you guys here. I'm actually really happy about this. Remo just sponsored our event with all of these beautiful items. I'm not sure if you can see all this, but
nice.
Lighter leashes, all the jazz. It's going to be really cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Other than that,
it's always nice to have stuff.
Doing some barbecue here while I talk to you guys. And you're coming out tomorrow, Tamara? Or Friday?
I'm hoping to leave tomorrow after work. We'll see how my face looks. We'll chat after the show.
Is that why you're a cartoon right now?
Yes. That's why I'm a cartoon right now.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
That's right.
Yeah, it's magical. Yeah. You remember that great big red bump that I usually get under my nose, Asia, when I'm all stressed out and haven't had enough sleep?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's magically come back, only it's 3 times worse than it was the last time you seen it. And it's actually not a cold sore, it's shingles.
That's awful. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Well, it wasn't a planned thing. It's like when your body decides your immune system, like mine decides to go fuck you. My immune system went fuck you.
Hi. We're on the air, Dennis. There's one of our guest speakers from California.
Hi, Dennis.
Hold on, can I line up the camera? There he is. No, this way.
Say hi, Dennis.
There
we go.
Hi, Dennis. You can't see me on a cartoon.
Hi, Dennis.
But yeah, Dennis is one of the speakers. And why don't you run through and speak to or tell people who we do have speaking besides me?
We have a huge range of speakers. I'd have to pull up the brochure. Hold on. Let me go get it. I'm on this.
Al has one maybe handy.
I have one here. On the screen.
Brilliant. There we go. I know
it's hard to read,
Neil Magnuson, Neil Hanneman. We have John Barfellos. We also have Tamara, who's here on the air with us. We have the Macho Camel, who's Derek Kendall.
Derek Kendall, yeah.
We also have a series of entertainers as well. Snee, Eclipse. We have Arrow. We have the Chad, DJ Ripper playing. We also have Elvis and D. Jackson, a young man named JT, who's also quite talented as well. So we've got a good lineup for music. We also have our Triple X night that's going to be rather fun. So we've invited some pot famous people to
Where's
come out
that
and
on
do
the
some wild
schedule?
wolf art. And then we'll be selling those at the charity auction.
I see you're going to be doing
yeah,
some
we
live.
managed to convince Xander O'Neill, our friend Frank's, and Ripper Skate Magazine to do our male charity night. And then for our female night, it'll be myself, Ripper Skate Magazine, and Alley Cat. So that'll be really cool. And all of our art is 100% for charity once it's up on the auction board. And Patrick Redbeard will be doing our auction. And we also have like an amazing glass lineup coming as well. So we have Gibson Glass, we have Redbeard Glass, Kahuna, and the BC33, sorry. And our most famous one who does all of our cups for our events is Leash Glass. She'll be with us again this year. So that's super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that is awesome.
There's something I'm missing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike Rita.
Mike Rita
Yeah.
is going to
I see you got
on Saturday. That's like super important. But yeah, I'm a little something for all those that love me and hate me all rocked into one. That the show is for you no matter how you feel. So I'm excited for
It's
that.
a roast Asia night
in the past. Go ahead.
It's a roast Asia.
John,
you can roast her or toaster.
Right? Roast me so bad I'm toasted. Sounds good.
Yeah. Roaster so she's toasted. But yeah, and then you've got John Burfellow there who's going to be speaking about growing, and Remo's actually going to be there too, is he not? Yeah.
Yeah, Remo is coming to the event as well. They'll be there for Saturday and Sunday. We also have Glenn Wells and Canamatch coming. Let me actually grab one of my posters because I can see what you've got up there, but it's not as good.
You got Glenn.
Oh,
Glenn on.
We have Jay Frost
420 on the Friday.
doing, an online adventure with us just before the roast, so that's our pre-roast adventure. And we have Turp Fire coming. They've been really big help in organizing all of our samples for our kits. So shout out to Turp Fire for all your hard work. It's been definitely a joint effort to make this cup happen, that's for sure. And I'm really appreciative of everyone coming together and making it happen. So
is there? I see you got you've got one event here. You're going to live stream on the Facebook.
Yeah. So our internet's not the best, so it'll be done by the segment. So online, you're going to be one segment behind from those watching live. However, the pre-roast with Jay Frost, I'm going to go into the VIP house for us to be able to have live internet. And we'll be doing that from the VIP house. So that'll be the one time where it's actually live, and you're going to not catch us on our page, but you're going to catch us on Jay Frost's page for that.
You got some comedy with Mike Rita?
Yeah.
Oh, who else you got?
And then he'll be right after Jay Frost.
Yeah. POW's 420.
Yeah, that's Dennis. So he's right behind me. He's come all the way out from California. Oh, there's someone I've forgotten to mention. The owners of the Underground have flown out. They've actually made it through the border safely, so that's really exciting. I'm just going to say they allegedly sent us a sample for the cup. And it made it. So that's really exciting. This is our first contributor that's not from Canada. So that was kind of fun. And also really exciting when I got the package because I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh, thanks for the pillows. And they sat there for 3 days.
Oh, hey, it's nice. It's good that they sent you those to you. Nice comfy ride.
Those are nice pillows. That's excellent. But technically, like with legalization on both sides of the border, that should be a non-issue anymore. And hopefully we get to the point where it's a non-issue.
It's still federally illegal in the U.S., no matter how many states say yes.
I know. I know the borders are federally. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but I just still think that's just so silly.
I think so too. There'll come a point where we'll be able to buy it like we did cigarettes and booze. You just put it in your bag and fly to wherever you're going. It's just not today.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that we eventually will get there. But then again, Americans aren't very smart sometimes. Just saying.
Dennis might be able to hear you when you say those things.
Oh, Dennis knows.
Dennis knows. All right, fair enough.
Dennis knows. one that's told me,
Yes.
you know.
So everything is going smoothly. People are obviously arriving. Things are all
Yeah,
set
so
to
far
go, but
everyone's
there's
gotten
probably
through the
those
border.
last minute things.
Just one mishap at the airport, but that was a missed flight, and we got it all fixed, so that's good. And
Good.
other than that, things are right on track, and we're just basically waiting for
Yeah,
everyone to
good.
get here now.
Yeah, I've seen some things in the past where some performers are lost. Some things, just simple things like bringing up music CDs to sell while they were at the event and coming across the border with them, and they grabbed those CDs on them and said, "Oh, you didn't claim them that you're going to send them over the border," and they've taken them. So it's good to hear that things are going well. Otherwise, so yes. So you got as far as Tamara, you've got a kit there, I'm assuming.
I have a part kit here I got was sent out, and it was well, actually, that wasn't a kit. That was our
No, that was a
giveaways.
media pack. So you got like
Yeah,
little things from some of our sponsors,
yeah,
some gifts for you to give out to guests or whatever you guys wanted. And then I
which we
believe your
still
tickets were
haven't
also
given.
in there, so you can get into the show without having to find me.
Right. So I got my tickets. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a
nice.
media pack, and that was the stuff that we gave away, Al, or that we were attempting to give away on the last couple
Yeah,
shows. And nobody's gotten the
right.
right numbers yet. So we were giving away the
Everybody's
shrooms,
got
and we
the
were
right
giving away
number.
some wax, and I gave away the edibles to a friend of mine here that likes the edibles, and that was very happy to get them. And I still have some things
Perfect.
here
Well,
to
as
give
long as they're
away.
getting
So
around, that's all that
yeah,
matters.
Huh.
everything's getting around. I actually still have 2 packs of I still have some of the hair still, to be honest, and the mushrooms and stuff that we're giving away on the show. As soon as somebody, you know, picks the right number, their giveaways are still sitting here waiting for them to come and get them. But yeah,
They'll
we
get them when it's time. No
Yeah.
worries.
yeah, but
Well,
they're still here.
yeah, and and if need be, just pass them on to a patient.
Well,
So
to
what I
be
mean.
honest, I wish that one of our guests would get them. I wish that not one of our guests, one of our listeners would, pick a number between 1 and 20 or 1 and 420. And Al, I believe, still has the numbers written down. I think I still remember which numbers I picked. And
Yeah,
because that's still available. You have to put the number underneath that episode of our show. And we'll find it because we get notifications. And as soon as somebody hits that, we will come and look for you.
we'll hunt you down.
Well, yeah, because we still have those Dr. Bucks still as well, right? So we still have some
Yeah,
Dr. Bucks
yeah, that
salve,
was all part
and
of
we
that
have the
show. Yeah,
mushrooms, and
yeah.
then what else did I? It was a
I've
pack
got.
of
I'm
shatter, a lighter, and some papers. So yeah, we've got some stuff, people.
yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on something, so we'll see what happens. But back to the mom cup. I know that Tamara. I don't know whether I had somebody reach out to me today. They were wishing you well at the mom cup. I don't know whether they got a hold of you or not, but they did contact me to find out your
Well, I was
information.
gonna try and go live while I'm out there too. So if everything
Yeah,
goes as planned. But I just said there's a VIP house there that we have access to internet, so possibly I can go in there for a few minutes and work on. But I
talk
also
on.
have
Yeah,
data on
right.
my phone, so I've got unlimited data on my phone. So that's not a problem as long as I can get my data out there. Then we should be good.
Good. Now, Asia, I know, and Tamara knows, and many people understand what Mom Cup is about, but you want to, maybe explain what Mom Cup is, because I tell you, when I did a search on Mom Cup, I got all these coffee mugs that said Mom on them.
That actually sounds really fun. So, MOM stands for mail order marijuana. And when the first Mom Cup kind of came up, I was actually under some really serious court orders and I wasn't allowed to leave. And I used to run a company where I was doing stories from all over the world, and not being able to leave kind of ruined my ability to work. And my manager and I were talking about, what should we do? How are we going to do the next issue? And he says, well, just have a cup and bring everyone to you. And I was like, brilliant. Well, what do we call it? And he's like, call it the Mom Cup. That's Corey Boyer. And yeah, and I was like, it's brilliant, Corey, we're doing it. He's like, I was just smoking weed. Like, we don't have to do it. I'm like, no. We're doing it. We're going to
We're
bring my
doing
friends to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of how it went down.
Yeah, one of our recent guests, who's the one we reached out to try to get hold of Tamara, they were hoping that they felt it was too late to enter, but they were interested in the Mom Cup. So hopefully they get a hold of Tamara and find out some more information. Not for this year maybe, but obviously for coming years going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So we took a little bit of time off. Our last cup before this was actually 4 years ago in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our first shot at camping. We've always just kind of had an adult setting indoors. And yeah, we're going to switch it up a little bit this year with some camping and be a little more family friendly. So those that have their kids, they can bring them down. And we've also split up the adult entertainment this year. So moms and dads that come down, mom can go to the one night, dad can go to the next, and they can kind of give themselves a little break with the schedule this year. Where last year everything was all kind of crammed together, or the year before, sorry, when the Mom Cup 2 was on.
Last event.
Crammed everything together. Yeah, we just crammed everything together all at once. So we separated it. The VIP house is separate and everything.
Correct. And your main stage.
Yeah, there was no area for children the last time. Because I was out at the first Mom Cup, there was definitely no children should be there. For the
right,
one
and
night.
so that's why all of our adult entertainment is in the VIP house. So if that is something you want, you need to go into that house in specific. And if something you don't want, then you can just enjoy the main stage and the glass house. The glass house is active for 2 nights. The VIP house is active for 2 nights. And the music is active for 2 nights. And the last night is our awards show and our charity auction.
Right. So it's that by the looks of it starts at 5:30 on the Sunday night.
The auction?
Awards are done.
Yeah, the awards. Yes.
Well,
I was gonna say the awards.
Yeah.
Now, Asia, what charity are all the money funds going to?
Oh, so it is a company called, or an organization called the Harvest Project. They're out of North Vancouver in the North Shore, so they help anyone in the Sea to Sky area. They're designed to help people in like the beginning steps of, tragedy or problem solving requirements. And so say a young family comes in and maybe they're not together anymore. They literally get both families, whether you're together or not, settled into a place, clothing, bedding, money, food. They pay your rent. In fact, they'll do up to 3 months worth of rent and your damage deposit to get you guys started. And they don't ask a lot of questions. They just want to get those people that are in need in the right position. And then once you're done their year program, they send you off on your way and hopefully you're good to go.
That's awesome.
Helping people. Yeah.
Yeah. So helping people get back on their feet, giving them a hand up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's a mainstream charity. So just so people know, this has got nothing to do with cannabis, this charity. It's got everything to do with just helping people.
And do you want to hear something funny? They do actually give cannabis to people who are having a stressful moment.
Oh, well, that's even better to hear.
But yeah, I've seen their little packs and it made me laugh. That it was like, oh yeah, we have some of that too, just in case. They're the tiniest joints I've ever seen, but they do the trick.
Hey, well, some people are medical. With medical need too. Like if you have somebody that, has medical need, that little doobie might just help them get through some painful time, right?
Exactly. And they don't care if your kids are with you part-time, full-time, or if you only see them once a month. They will help you with a bed for them, clothing, shoes, anything they might need. They're going to find it. And it's not something done through welfare. They help people that are, not quite ready for that kind of help. But, that little nudge that they can provide can prevent them from being on welfare and keep them from, going down that hard path. Or if the path is too hard, they get you on your feet and get you connected with them so you can keep going after their program's done.
That's an amazing program.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an amazing program too. Like, it's all non-for-profit charity. Like, how do they get their funds? Do they have grants or do they just fundraise?
They fundraise, and I do know they just got a huge grant from Canadian Superstore and President's Choice, I think it was $250,000 in gift certificates for
Wow.
their clients to be able to just buy food from their stores. And they literally just hand them a gift certificate every month and say, here you go. And they can spend it on anything they want in the store. It offers like 12 different stores they can go to. And then at Christmas time, they go even crazier. And then for the children's birthdays, you just write their birthdays down. They supply toys, birthday card, and like enough to, celebrate their birthday with them. So you're not left behind.
That's great.
That's an
Good stuff.
amazing program. Yep. That's, I think, more, I
Exactly.
think every community should have a program like that, because there's so many people that live paycheck to paycheck. They're proud, that don't want to have, that don't qualify for welfare, to be fair, but just
Yeah.
need a little extra help, right?
They also run the Brighter Christmas program. So every Christmas they pick 20 families. They don't really know they're being picked, and they drop off $1,000 cash to them for Christmas to get their kids what they want for Christmas. Yeah, and this year they did 50 individual families for $1,000 each.
That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
That's some terrific fundraising. So that means that everybody better bring their wallets and bring their deep pockets so that they can buy some of this artwork so that they can give back, because that's amazing.
And we also have glass donations from some of our glass blowers. We've got stuff from Gibson. We've got stuff from Oleg. I can't believe what Oleg Glass gave us. They are amazing pieces. To be honest, that puts them at our top sponsor. So thank you so much, Oleg. We really appreciate it.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's great.
Yes,
that's great. And like I said, everybody that's coming, like, make sure that you bring lots of, of your food, bring lots of water, because once you're in, pretty much, do you have food vendors and stuff there? What do you got going on for that?
There's some food going on. I mean, I would bring your own food. We're also 10 minutes away from downtown Hope. If you feel like, going to have a burger or an actual sit-down meal, you're more than welcome to escape. There's no rules on the in and out. Once you've got your wristband, you can go as you please. And there's no closing of the gate. So if you guys feel like going out in the middle of the night or going to the water or something, you can just go on through, no problem.
Awesome.
There you go. So you can come and go.
Yeah, and then we've got some barbecues set up for everyone, just because the main camping area is a little bit congested for us all to have our own barbecues. But if you want to do them out in the open, that's totally cool. And if you don't have one, like I said, we have our own barbecues. Just go on up and use the tools, and you're good to go.
Good.
So accommodations and everything, amenities that you might need, and everything that possibly could
accommodations
be needed.
All camping. I will give it that. There's some porta potties. There's some actual bathrooms as well. Children that are 10 and under can access the bathrooms and the showers. No quibble. For all of us that are just regular attendees, if you could pop a donation in our bin just to help keep it clean and add towards the charity, that would be amazing. And there's clean towels and soap and all that stuff. I would recommend bring your own, but we put some away, so if someone's kids had an accident or something, they can lather them up and get ready to go, and everyone is happy.
Exactly. Yeah. Always sometimes
or
nice to have that available.
Mae Moon's covered in ketchup. Oh
no! Our blue bath bubbles that don't come off. Bath bomb.
I will never forget that, actually, except I'm not going to mention who did it because they're really good friends of mine and I know they didn't mean to. But yes, I went to an event where I used a blue bath bomb and I came out blue from here down. The tips of my blonde hair was blue. Everything was blue.
Oh my God.
Yep. For days.
For days. Oh, shit. Oh, so, it would be like as if you bathed in ink.
I hopped in the bath with the bath bomb thinking this was like the cat's meow. And I emerged Shatterboo blue.
Smurfy.
Luckily, I got a good sense of humor because that was really funny. I was like, I'm so blue, guys. And they're like, yeah, we can see that, dude.
Yeah, and usually what happens at events stays at events, but I wasn't at that event, so I don't have to keep it a secret.
Well, it wasn't really a secret. What happened to Asia? She's freaking blue.
Yeah, how do you hide that?
You
Oh my
don't.
God.
You just don't.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
Um, but hey, we were all
So,
learning back then. We didn't know what we were all doing. Some of us, we were all experimenting.
Right? Too
the
much blue
booze.
dye. Whoopsie daisy.
Oopsie. So when it comes to your categories, do you have all the different cannabis categories that are in the cup? Like, I don't know
So
whether I know.
we have bud, we have extracts, diamonds, hash, edibles,
Gosh.
and then the music
Okay,
competition. So that is 5, 6, 7 categories.
yeah, it was the edibles I was wondering about whether how that was going. I guess just making sure that the product is shelf sustainable.
Yeah, so I cheated and I took a couple of them and I put them in the house just to see how they'd work, and they're all good. So that's good because I went
It's
to not my
bad.
own cup, but I did go to a cup where there was a strawberry treat and they'd all gone bad.
Well, yeah, it can happen. If things
Yeah.
aren't refrigerated, and it takes like somebody makes something. It's not the judge's per place. The next day or anything like that. It's got to go through the whole process of being split up and put into the different judges' kits and so on and so forth before they even
Oh,
reach the judges.
we had salve and stuff that showed up at the
Yeah.
Kootenai Cannabis Cup. By the time it got here, it was like liquid in the containers and had leaked out. There was no entry left
Oh.
because all the salve, like, it was
Yeah,
made with
that's not
coconut
good.
oil, right? And it was in August, and it was so hot with being mailed and being sitting in a post office and then in a hot vehicle while they were delivering the coconut oil, and it was just put into those metal round containers. And I mean, it's fine if it's cold and you kept it cold, but because it was coconut oil, it just melted and it was like liquid. And it leaked all
Liquid.
over the box, so there was no entry to enter because their salve had leaked out of the containers and into the inside. And oh yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
sometimes
Yeah.
you have to be super careful when you're shipping your stuff. Same with chocolate. Like we had a fudge entry too that was sent, and by the time it got here, the fudge had melted.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right,
No,
so
you
your
gotta make sure
edibles,
that
yeah,
they're gonna last, right?
right,
They're good. Exactly.
absolutely.
How's the barbecue going there?
It's good. Very good.
You got a shish kebab going there. She does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
looks pretty good. When she's hungry, she just eats. That's just the way it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So what else is like, do you have games and stuff for the kids, or face painting or anything for kids set up out there? What do you got going on for kids?
That's a good question. I have one friend that's bringing something. I didn't ask her what she's bringing, but I guess I should find out.
At least you know that somebody's got it covered.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was one of the first questions. Like, how are we keeping all these kids happy?
Yeah.
Right? Are your kids going to be out there too?
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Could you imagine Pandora?
You're gonna have your hands full anyways.
Yeah,
I just had this image of Pandora in my head. What are you guys doing? Don't touch
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I would, like I said, I would think that this is probably not a great, yeah, for little kids anyway. I don't know. But a lot of people bring their kids to these kind of things, especially with camping
Mm-hmm.
and stuff too, right? So, because it's normalized, and it should be normalized. Like, there should be nothing wrong with going for a weekend out and meeting some friends and sitting around a fire and either
Right.
Exactly.
eating infused foods or eating smoking cannabis. No
I mean,
different than sitting around having a beer around the campfire, right? So
that's
it should be
right.
no
Exactly.
different.
Yeah. No different. No different whatsoever.
Nope, absolutely no different. And having, like, I've been at big rock concerts where there's been little kids too. Like, even this rodeo, there was a kids' day that on the weekend on the rodeo. kids were swarming everywhere, and people were walking around with their beers in their hands in the food courts, and we were kind of like we were kind of shocked because we thought the alcohol would only stay in the beer garden, right? But they were
Yeah.
walking around in the food court with cans of Coors Light in their hands, and I'm like, oh, okay,
All
coming by
right. You left the
Gatorade,
beer
and
tent.
we weren't, yeah, but we weren't the beer tent. The beer tent was
Yeah.
but they were coming over to buy food for their kids and just bringing their beer, but nobody was paying
Mhm.
attention to like they were just walking around with beer, right? Like, so yeah.
Exactly.
If you're
I don't
walking
know
around
if
with a
that's
joint, I'm
static.
sure.
I don't know if that's static I'm hearing, or is that the sizzling of the barbecue?
Hold on, guys. I can't hear you, so I'm just going to disconnect and call right back.
All right. All right. Asia, I'll be right
Probably
back.
just sizzling of the barbecue.
Yeah. Probably the barbecue. Something was sizzling along there.
Oh
Oh,
my. And here I am, a cartoon character, because I don't want no one to see me. It's just, this is, and then, yeah, ridiculous kind of a week. How's your week
yeah.
been, Al?
Let's see. Well, I went. Monday I had the reef for reporters. It's normal. And then Tuesday I went to Green Irene's green room,
Oh,
and we
yeah,
got Asia
that's
back.
right.
There we go.
Is that your barbecue
Still
sizzling?
got some.
Yep, it is.
Look at that. It is. Can you
She's
hear us now?
barbecuing.
I guess you can if you pointed the barbecue.
Yeah, she can hear us.
That's why I had to
Yeah.
grab my headphones, actually, because all I could hear was shh at first.
That's because your
Oh yeah.
barbecue is sizzling. Yep. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, like it's been
Well, we
kind of
don't
like,
want you to burn anything.
progress to get to this week has probably been just that. Well, a couple times I've talked to you, been up to your eyeballs and sponsors and getting everything organized and everything. So it's been a long process, but planning a cup, and we always do it. Her and I are famous for doing last minute shit, right? Oh, it's only like we only got 4 weeks. Okay, let's plan a cup,
Yeah, we'll be
right?
fine. We'll
Yeah,
be
we'll
fine.
be fine. It'll work out. And this is what it's been. What, 4 weeks since you started planning this cup?
I started planning the week after July 1st.
Yeah. See?
So less than 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Yeah. And the
Yep.
time just flies.
It does.
Yeah. It doesn't. You think, oh, I got some time. I got some time. And the next thing you know, you've got no time.
Yeah. Next thing you know, it's the end of August and your cup is in a few days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. I know, right? But the thing of it is too, like so many people have been wanting to do this for so long that if they hear about something that's coming up, whether it's like, oh, I'm going to change, they will change their plans to go to a cannabis event, I think, because of the fact that we haven't had our events for so long. If anybody's doing one, it's like, what? Let's go. So,
Right?
yeah. And I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah, I
Is
think
that,
it's getting out of the house and seeing our friends again is such a great
yeah.
experience.
Well, like I said
yeah.
before, build it and they will come, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't that our
Build it
motto?
and they
Build it
will
and they
come.
will come. Yeah.
Yeah, you get to see everybody, and you get to see all the new, the vendors or whatever are all there. You get to see the people and the products, all the new stuff that's come out
Yeah, that's
from
true.
these people. Somebody comes up with something completely that you've never ever heard of before, and maybe that's their launching pad. And with your glass blowers too, now you mentioned about them, so they're doing glass blowing right on site.
Yeah, they're doing a live glass show on Saturday and again on Sunday. So they'll be at the Glass
Excellent.
House.
And
That's why it's called the Glass House. And all of
the
their
glass
tools and
house, yeah.
everything to do their display and show for us is all located there. And then all of the adult stuff is at the VIP house, and all of the PG-13 entertainment is all at the main stage.
Good. All spread out.
Yeah. How big is the area that we're going to be in?
8.5 acres.
Oh, see, lots of space.
What do you think, Tamara? Can you yell that loud?
No, 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 there's no way. Not that loud.
I'm sure
Pretty
they
loud.
have somewhere. Yeah,
I have
they'll
some
amplify
megaphones.
your
You'll be
voice.
fine.
Okay.
I got a couple bullhorns. We can camp a little bit far away from each other and just be like, "Good morning, Tamara." You can be like, "Good morning."
Yeah.
I'm sleeping in the back seat of my car.
Don't worry, that megaphone will burn right through that glass.
At least my car's got air
So that
conditioning.
just makes it easier for
How?
people to see it.
The air horn
Yeah.
will go off, and all you hear is this little pint-sized being from a car. What the fuck was that?
It's funny.
Someone
I
let the children out, Tamara. I'm sorry. It was me.
Yeah, it was me. I'm one of the kids. Leave me alone. But yeah, no, that's one of the ladies of the rodeos. Like, she's seen me on Facebook. She owns Top Crop here in town. She's never met me in person. She comes up to me at the rodeo. She goes, "Oh my God, you're so little. I didn't realize how small you were." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's me."
That's me.
Little,
I'm just short.
little, yeah, little and loud. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me.
In social media, we're all the same size. We just see, you just see. You know what I mean? The person's head. Shoulders up, right?
Hmm. Yeah, and then people meet me and they're like, "Holy cow, you're small." Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
look at that.
Are we,
Classic Brookwood fire on the barbecue.
Woohoo.
is that what that was? I'm going. Is that a burger?
It's
Murray
on fire.
posted.
Run.
Murray posted that picture of me when you guys were here a few years ago with them big, huge elk burgers that I made. And
Yeah, I
I
saw
talked to
that.
him today too. Yeah. Yeah. So our Australian friends are thinking that they wish they were here coming to the Mum Cup too.
Yeah, this
We'll
is
have
the
to bring them
first year
back.
we didn't have an Australian speaker.
Mm-hmm. I
But
know, right?
getting them through the border is a little bit more hard than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it should open up a
Right.
little bit better next year, and then everyone should be good to go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good,
that would be
good.
fantastic.
Yeah. Once this other stuff is all over with. Exactly.
We can
So,
hope. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that everything's working well out there for you and that everything's going kind of like, smoothly. And that you got already
yeah.
all your ducks in a row and you can
So
sit back and
far,
at least, you're not, racing
Yeah.
to the point that you haven't eaten anything, which is good.
well, as you can tell, I've made the food, so
Yeah.
that's a good
So,
start.
yep. You're working
Yeah.
hard and keeping yourself at least fed. That's good because, once you get out there, you aren't going to eat much. You know that. It'll be no time for
I'll
that.
try better.
Yeah. It just you're focused on the event, and when it comes to eating, having a drink, whatever, sometimes those things get put to a side because you're busy going here or doing this or helping somebody with this or something's got to be
Absolutely. Yeah.
fixed or
Well, I know it's hard because you get pulled 20 different ways, especially if you got like 3 separate events kind of going on, glass,
Mhm.
you know, adults, main stage and, vendors and food. And like, that's a lot. It's a good thing you
Yeah.
got a bunch of volunteers. So you got volunteers, right? Anyone you want to shout out to your volunteers and stuff or?
Thank you guys for helping me. They're actually all at the property right now. And thank you for driving my truck all the way down there without me. Yeah, they've been really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I saw a post by Vivian Peak who's talking about his event down there in Seattle, and 1,000 volunteers to help down there in order to do the event. And it's just it takes people to do those things. So it's always nice to throw a shout out to the volunteers for people who help out and stuff like that. So when it comes to sponsors, you got sponsors helping out here with you as well?
I've got a whole bunch of sponsors.
And
We'll just start at the beginning. So we'll go, I guess, with our very first sponsor, which was John Berfellos and Medtainer and Bovida.
Nice.
Next in line would be Medman, Lord of Loud, Only Wholesale, Cannabis, MUM, which is the Maritimes Unite for Medical Marijuana.
Awesome.
Ice
Awesome.
Pot. West Coast Stoners, or I guess they're East Coast Stoners is what they actually are. Redbeard Glass. OLED Glass.
Right.
Gibson Glass. Jocelyn, who's from Ontario, she's the beads lady.
Yeah.
My goodness, I feel like I'm missing.
Good
people.
to see you. Like it's spread all across the country from one side to the other.
Yeah. So we've got one sponsor also from the U.S.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
The Underground.
Right. And POW.
Right.
That's right.
Yep. And
Yeah,
Remo's
yep.
Nutrients. Right? Remo's Nutrients. Remo's another sponsor, right? You got Cannabis in there, yeah.
Too.
Yep. So there's lots of sponsors that are coming out, and that's awesome too, because that's something that, with legalization, a lot of them haven't been able to sponsor, and a lot of them haven't wanted to, and then COVID kind of hit, and we were all kind of sitting there going, what the hell? Now what do we do, right? So it's good to see that these businesses are stepping up again and actually coming out and supporting our cannabis community, because that's something that if you don't have the sponsorships, you can't have a cup. Like, there's just no event without your sponsors. So sponsors, your volunteers, everybody that comes together, including the people that attend, it takes a lot to get these cups going. So kudos to you for, getting this all together and organizing it in such a short period of time.
Yes,
this is going to sound really weird, but I've been away for 4 years, and I know I came back for 420, and I spoke for like a grand total of 60 seconds. And then I did Cannabis Day on July 1st, and that's where I really came back. But when I started doing this cup, this sounds really weird, I forgot that I was cool. I started calling people, just like cold calling. I was like, yeah, so I was thinking about having a cup. And they're like, cup, where? And everyone was like super excited. So like, I just kind of forgot that, like, we're all a fun, happy community. And it was just fun because everyone I called, they're like, either they had money or stuff, right? So I've got t-shirts and lighter leashes and lighters and membership cards and all sorts of amazing things. It's really cool.
That's great.
Good. Everybody just jumped right back in.
So how much is the ticket for the event and your kits, and what's the skivvy on that?
So it's $50 for the entire weekend. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you want to be an early bird or stay late, you're totally welcome to with that $50 ticket. If you want to camp and stay for the weekend, it's $100. If you want a judge's kit, it's $150. That gets you in your judge's kit and your camp pass. If you want to bring a large glamping unit or a camper, we are hoping that people will buy the camping pass. If you have a smaller camper, we'll do it for half the price, but you can put up to 6 people in one camper for $420. So that actually works out cheaper to have your friends in a camper than it is to come up individually for camping. And those that are coming up with their RVs can actually plug into the glass house.
Good.
And then we have $100 tickets for the charity night. You certainly don't have to go. That $100 gets you poker chips to get in the door. So you can play poker. It's 50-50. So whatever you win, 50 goes to the house, 50 you keep yourself. And then there are $35 tickets just for Mike Rita. But if I were you guys, if you're going to spend $35, just spend the extra $15 and come in for the whole weekend, because there's so much stuff happening beyond Mike Rita. Not that he's not amazing, but like there's so many amazing things to do that you should probably get a ticket to see a little bit of everything.
Right. So it's a festival pretty much too, like all in one, inclusive of everything. It sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like it's going to be a good time. Exactly. Well, Tamara, you've got an event to attend tonight, which we didn't touch on at the very beginning of the show.
Oh, yeah. It's Ukrainian Independence Day. So we're off to celebrate Ukrainian Independence Day with 31 years, and that's why they're fighting to continue to keep that independence. So I have an event to attend, at the park.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we should get in some. You got any last minute questions you want to ask Asia, or shall we just get to the shout out part of the things? And
I think I think she can go ahead and shout out so that we can. Yeah,
yeah,
I yeah, I'm good. I spoke lots already.
okay, Asia, we're gonna get you to do the shout out, and then we'll wrap things up, and then that way, Tamara can make her way to her event tonight.
And who am I shouting out to, or just everyone I feel like?
Anyone
Anybody
you
you
feel
feel like.
Shout out to John Profellos. Thank you for believing in me. Geez, shout out to all of you guys. Thanks for making this happen, because without you, it wouldn't be happening.
Super.
And a shout out to that poor lady at Flair Airlines.
like.
Everyone's flying through Flair Airlines, and at one point, she's like, "I don't know who's who." I'm like, "It doesn't matter. They're all coming to the same location. Just
That's
make sure
funny.
everyone's flight's dropping them off in Vancouver, and we're fine." She was like, "All right." 6 hours later, poor lady.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
And shout out to Tamara, because wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't for you. So.
Well, love ya, honey.
All righty, ladies. We'll let Tamara get off to her event. She's had a lot of work to be able to get to that event, so we'll make sure that she gets there on time, or as close to being on time as possible. So we're going to wrap things up now and let everybody know that we're back next week with our special guest. We're available on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth. And thanks to our sponsors, BMA Hydroponics, Legacy420.com, Dr. Buck CTS, as well as Ajia Moon. Thanks for coming on to the show tonight. Short, brief show, but we got some information out about your mom cup, and we wish you success this year and in coming years as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Al.
You're welcome. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to the program. Other than that, we'll catch you all next week. And don't forget, Reefer Reporters are on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on the Pace Radio Network. We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.
Who has huge buds? You do. If you shop at BMA Hydroponics, attend one of BMA's educational seminars and learn the secrets of growing, harvesting, processing, and consuming quality cannabis and cannabis products. Learn how to make better extracts, edibles, and medicinal creams at prices you can afford. Visit BMA Hydroponics at 404 Maitland Drive, Belleville, or call 613-967-9888.
The only way to go.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more. We've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Pace Radio is the people advocating cannabis education radio network.
Did you know that the Pace Radio Network isn't just a radio network? That's right, because most, but not all of our programming is now done via video and is then podcasted at paceradio.net. So if you want to watch our programming, you'll find us on the Pace Radio Network's Facebook page, plus the show's own page, and you'll find us live on the network's YouTube channel. And don't forget, you can find it all, video and audio, at paceradio.net.
At Legacy 420, we believe in being different.
Experience the difference of quality control.
Our labs provide tested formulations for all of our products.
Experience the difference in trust.
Our customers can trust that we are following up-to-date COVID precautions for their safety.
Experience the difference in accessibility.
We're open 7 days a week. Please visit our website, legacy420.com, or contact us for curbside pickup as well as nationwide mail order shipping.
Legacy 420 values overall wellness.
Come and experience the difference of Legacy 420.
CP operates a medicinal cannabis signing clinic. If you want to grow your own medicinal cannabis and are located anywhere in Canada, then I'd like to suggest that you give them a call. They can be reached at 1-613-967-9888. That's 1-613-967-9888. 8, and grow on with CTCP.
Catch the Reefer Reporters Mondays and Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live here on the Pace Radio Network.
A doctor's job is to relieve your pains. And when it comes to growing cannabis, the biggest pain is trimming. Let Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions take the pain away. Whether you're a home grower or a commercial operation, we have the cure. From 4 plants to 400 plants, garden size doesn't matter. Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions comes to you with years of experience and professional discreet service. It's simple. We trim your weed and we do a damn good job. Visit drbuckcts.com to book your trimming.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.